So far I have shown you how to make singletons which are created on runtime. So you can put up different references to like prefabs and scriptable objects in the Unity editor. So I want to do this, and this will be done through a resources folder which Unity can load from. And to do this we will expand on the singletons manager, where we are going to make a list of resource singletons, and then have a function where we get the instance from this. And then we will make a base class which we can derive from, which I call ResourceMB for resource singleton manager on the mono behavior, which it has to derive from, like this. Alright. And then I will just make a example class, the camera manager, which we might expand on a later date. Okay, so let's start by looking at the singleton manager and expand this class. So we want to make a field for the singleton resources, and I will make this field as a list of Unity objects, and let's call it resource singletons. And let's instantiate resource singletons in the uninstantiate method, and let's make it on the resources function, which is something Unity has built in. And let's load all, and let's give it a path in the resources folder, which we'll be making in a moment. And let's give a path here called singletons, and let's load all of the type iSingleton. Alright, let's make the getInstance method, public t getInstance, for the singletons we will be creating on runtime. So let's say t instance, like this, to hold a value, and where t is object and iSingleton. Okay, so if instance equal to st resource singletons.find, and instance, we're using the lambda expression here to make a search function through the find. And let's say .getI.getType is equal to type of t to get the right value here, and let's say it's not equal to null. So it has found something. So let's say we want to return instantiate instance. Otherwise we will return null. Alright, so now we have this functionality set up. Let's make the resources folder. So create new folder, resources, and as we mentioned, the path had to be singletons, so let's make a folder with this name here. Alright, so now we can make the base class for the mono behavior resource singletons. Let's say create new class singleton NB, and it'll probably mostly look like the other singleton values of create. So let's make it abstract and generic. It has to derive from mono behavior, and it has to derive from iSingleton, implement iSingleton, and the t value has to be bound to it like this. Let's make the method for the implementation of the iSingleton, public abstract void on instantiated. Alright, let's get the different fields. Public private static t instance, private static bold destroyed to check if it's destroyed, so you don't instantiate something when the editor is leaving play mode. Private static read only objects lock objects equal to new object, and this is for thread safe purposes. And let's get the get accessor for the instance. Get if destroyed, then return null. So we want to check if the instance is null. If instance is equal to null, then we will say instance is equal to singleton manager dot instance dot get instance of type T. So what is it saying here? Oh, like this. Alright. And then let's say singleton manager dot instance dot add instance. Alright. And let's say return instance after this. So now we have this. And we also want to call the uninstantiate method. Instance dot uninstantiated. Alright. And let's put a lock around this for the thread safe purposes. So lock on the lock object. And then remove these fusing up here. And now we have almost got the base class. We just need the virtual void on destroy. Protected virtual void on destroy, and then the destroyed will be true at this point. Alright, let's make the camera manager. And it has to derive from the ResourceMB on camera manager. Alright, let's implement the uninstantiated method. Let's have a private camera cam, public camera cam with a get accessor, get return cam. Right. Yeah, we could easily do so it's private set, but let's just keep it as it is. And then cam is equal to get type, get component of type camera. And to make sure that this has a camera on it, we can use an attribute which Unity has. Require component type of camera. Alright. So let's put a new object up here. Camera manager. And let's set this reset this position and add the camera manager. And automatically the camera component will also be added here. So yeah. Let's drag it out into the singletons folder, and let's just discard the changes. Let's use the test scripts to call the camera manager. Let's say if it should do spawn debug.log camera manager.instance.cam. Alright, so at this point we have an instantiation of the camera manager, and in the singleton manager class we have resource singletons where the camera manager is in, and so will other other classes with the iSingleton implemented also be here at this point. Alright, that's it for this video. See you for the next one, where the scriptable object will have the same effect where you put it into the resources.